Clock towers are a specific type of structure which house a turret clock and have one or more clock faces on the upper exterior walls. Many clock towers are freestanding structures, but they can also adjoin or be located on top of another building. Some other buildings also have clock faces on their exterior, but these structures serve other main functions. Clock towers are a common sight in many parts of the world, with some being iconic buildings. One example is the Elizabeth Tower in London. Although clock towers are today mostly admired for their aesthetics, they once served an important purpose. Before the middle of the 20th century, most people did not have watches, and prior to the 18th century even home clocks were rare. The first clocks did not have faces, but were solely striking clocks, which sounded bells to call the surrounding community to work or to prayer. They were therefore placed in towers so the bells would be audible for a long distance. Clock towers were placed near the centers of towns and were often the tallest structures there. As clock towers became more common, the designers realized that a dial on the outside of the tower would allow the townspeople to read the time whenever they wanted. The use of clock towers dates back to antiquity. The earliest clock tower was the Tower of the Winds in Athens, which featured 8 sundials and was created in the 1st century BC during the period of Roman Greece. In its interior, there was also a water clock, driven by water coming down from the Acropolis. In Song Dynasty China, an astronomical clock tower was designed by Su Song and erected at Kaifeng in 1088, featuring the liquid escapement mechanism. In England, a clock was put up in a clock tower, the medieval precursor to Big Ben, at Westminster, in 1288, and in 1292 a clock was put up in Canterbury Cathedral. The oldest surviving turret clock formerly part of a clock tower in Europe is the Salisbury Cathedral clock, completed in 1306, and another clock put up at St. Albans, in 1326, showed various astronomical phenomena. Al-Jazari of the Artukid dynasty in Upper Mesopotamia constructed an elaborate clock and described it in his Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices in 1206. It was about 3.3 meters high, and had multiple functions alongside timekeeping. It included a display of the zodiac and the solar and lunar paths, and a pointer in the shape of the crescent moon which traveled across the top of a gateway, moved by a hidden cart and causing automatic doors to open, each revealing a mannequin. Every hour. It was possible to reprogram the length of day and night daily in order to account for the changing lengths of day and night throughout the year, and it also featured 5 robotic musicians who automatically play music when moved by levers operated by a hidden camshaft attached to a water wheel.